Chargers get set to face off with the Chicago Bears. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Hoping for there as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Brings up second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Franks now. That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. Not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now Franks. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
It's 3rd and 11.
Mike,
From the 50, it's Watson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Second down at 5. Fournette running out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Franks looking to throw. He's got Mason complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Franks. For Marshall, that's complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10. Looking to throw. Franks. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. 6 man.
Out of the gun, Watson.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Franks. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Setting up play action. Franks. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And got his man complete. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure is good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Fournette. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They go play action with Franks. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun, Franks. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. Or do you have 4 left hash? Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he can easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going deep for Brown. Touchdown Raiders. It's complete. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Frank's throw taken in by Wrigley here. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. A handoff, Fournette running left, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Franks. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second and 8 coming up. Working out of the gun, Franks. Escaping the pressure right. He gets this to Coulter complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Back to throw. Franks steps away to his left. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They're waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
On the move to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack.
When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's a handoff to Jacobs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st down, it's Watson.
They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
Touchdown! Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Franks. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On 1st and 10, Franks.
Flush to his right.
There's Trumbo, the tight end.
That catch good for only a couple. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Off the play fake. Here's Franks.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Deshaun Hand able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked in and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. From the gun, Franks. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
Franks throw taken in by Coulter.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Operating from the gun, Franks.
But he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Marshall. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A gigantic sack on 3rd and goal. A loss of 12. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium in Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Davion Taylor there to bring him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
And here's Watson on the keeper.
And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
On first down, here's Franks.
He'll buy some time right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the scramble. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, Oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this does...
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Deshaun Hand able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Tyler Shelvin there on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
After the run, Watson going to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Jacobs.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. This will be just a 21-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will make this now an 18-point ball game.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Franks now to throw on first down.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throwing again, Franks on 2nd and 10.
That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A second down throw coming for Franks.
For Marshall, that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Franks. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
Marshall, a gain of 15. And the Bears
back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And that is going to do it. 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
First down throw. Here's Franks.
And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Franks now.
Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Tommy Trimble
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way, so it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
On 2nd and 10, Watson.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 50, it's Watson.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. To throw is Watson.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Vegas.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And he'll be out right at the 35. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get 1 more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
It's Franks now from the shotgun.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Fourth down, Frank's going to throw for it.
Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
2nd and 12 at the Bears.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
Back at the 45-yard line.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Check. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check, 56. All day.
Here's Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Bears are right back in this football game.
And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
A gain of 15.
On 1st and 10, Franks.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
1st down, Bears.
But Franks looking to throw.
And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Franks.
Dancing to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Bears 19.
So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Jacobs with a carry on first down as he'll get about 3 there before he's taken down.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
The Bears 41-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jacobs, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No, it appears they're going to mark him short of the first.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunity.